I invited you to talk to you about your test case CCI in communities. Could you tell me what the action consists of?
Yeah, our pilot action was divided in two parts. We can say that the first part was related to establishing a culture and creative space called Culture Cafe. And it was equipped with the elements where different societies can express their creative and cultural skills and knowledge. Then the other part was more to show what kind of content program will be part of Culture Cafe, also beyond the project duration. I prepared some photos for you just to show a little bit how was the environment on the workshops and what kind of workshops did we do. So we organized like 3 types of workshops. Here you can see the photograph workshops and the environment there. So the pupils were very entertained. They really amused while they were on the workshops. They were having fun, but at the same time they got new knowledge, new skills about the photography. And they gained a lot of different experience from the very experienced photograph, the mentor. So they were very satisfied at the end as well. Here you can see a little bit more pictures about the photograph workshops. And the next workshops was related to the painting for elderly and painting for the youngsters. So also the very well-known painter and artist were working first with the younger generation and then also with the older people, and they both interacted also on one workshop, so it was very relaxed and in intergenerational interaction between them. And then we also had one creative challenge for the younger members of the theater in Jesenice. So they had to prepare a performance about industrial past of Jesenice. And they presented the play at the end on one event. It was an event about anniversary of 70 years old of museum. And they presented the play there. Also, you can see on those small pictures the exhibition about the paintings and also the opening of the anniversary. Also at the site there is an exhibition about the photographs.
What if you think about how you organized it? How did you gain the interest of the youngsters and the CCI to participate in this test case?
The idea of pilot tests came out of the situation in the Jesenice Stara Sava area, where they have a lot of young people that they are hanging around. They are coming from the diverse background who are eager to express their ideas, creativeness, but there is not any space where they could spend a quality life there. So the idea of the pilot test came out of it to give them the space where they can gain new skills, new knowledge, where they can live more quality life there. Some of the youngsters were already involved in the programs of the cultural society that they exist in Jesenice. And they were invited to participate in those workshops. Those youngsters also told the others, friends and others around, to encourage them to participate. And we had a really nice interest from the youngsters and also from the elderly people, because we had to say enough because it was the time of the COVID situation, and we couldn't accept more than 10 people in the workshop.
Yeah.
And we had to say, sorry, there is no space for you, you were too late. But we promised that the workshops will continue also
Cool.
after this pilot test, because we have planned to continue with those kind of programs also within this culture cafe that we established in Jesenice. We also did some of the promotion on the social medias because the youngsters likes to watch social medias, and they get information there. Uh, we got some promotion also in the newspaper and in the personal meetings with all those societies, because we got connected with the older education center, also with the theater, with the photograph clubs, with the painting societies, photograph societies, and we had meetings with them even before in the concept phase. So they invited also the people from their network. So
Ah,
the
cool.
interest was really wide, but we couldn't do it for all because of those restrictions that they were in May, because those workshops were done in May and June.
I want to have a look at the background of the InduCCI project we are working in. So my question is, how did you contribute to the economic and social improvement of your region with this action?
Yeah, we can say that we contributed more to the social improvement of the local environment than economic, since the main challenge at the beginning was to create a space where diverse cultural and creative societies can work. We hope that we raised awareness in the community that CCI exists there, and they have different knowledge, they have different skills that they can help them with some new solutions in the urban space, municipality projects, or other perspectives. So the mentors of the workshops were very well known and successful creatives who are coming from Jesenice, and they gave them an example how creatives can work also in the other fields, and they can be successful, and they can add value to the community and to the place where they live. Also, additionally, CCIs can use those activities that they do on the workshops. We expect the real improvement will be shown beyond the project duration, when the culture cafe will operate for some period and will offer active, innovative place where inhabitants, different groups of people of Jesenice will enjoy creativity, learn new skills and practice. And in a long run, we expect concrete cooperation between of them, and fostering further industrial identity of Jesenice with them, so that they would actually do some multicultural and multi-generational exchange in that place.
So the industrial buildings you used for your test case, how did you convince the owners of these buildings to offer the space for the CCI and the youngsters?
Yeah, our advantage is that we are regional development agency, and we know which local communities need something. So we knew that in Jesenice, in the museum of Jesenice, so in the Upper Sava Valley Museum, they are struggling with getting more people into the museum, because they don't have really like innovative exhibitions or innovative products and services to offer. And we also knew that they are reviving the place of Stara Sava. It's an old industrial place. And that they are also restoring one building where they want to uh, to give new content to the place. So when we talked with them, it was like, wow, you have a really great idea for us. So we saved them.
So how was the feedback at the end? What did the building owners say, and what was the feedback of the CCI and the youngsters?
Yeah, the feedback was very positive from all parts. They just
Mm-hmm.
want that would not happen in the COVID situation, because those kind of workshops have to be done physically. That's why we
Yeah.
were waiting till the end to do it, just that we had a chance to do it physically.
Mm-hmm.
But because also the youngsters was in stress at schools at the end of the school year, and
Yeah.
some of them, they couldn't even go to all these workshops because the workshops were in May and June. They participated in like 10 workshops, and sometimes they couldn't come because of the obligations that they have at school. But anyway, all those CCIs, the Upper Sava Valley Museum, the Educational Center, all the societies that we were involved into the implementation of the pilot test were very satisfied, and they got interest to continue, and they said that they would participate in those kind of programs and content
Mm-hmm.
also in the future. And we at least have a new network of the people that we can invite in afterwards. So our next job is to prepare a program for the further cooperation, and mostly that will be part of the action plan also, which we plan here in InduCCI project. So we would like to add some ideas how to continue in the future also with this
Yeah.
culture cafe and the workshops that they were.
So my last question will be something like transferability. If others would like to implement this kind of test case, a format like you did with CCI and communities, what would you recommend out of your experiences?
I think that it's a kind of pilot test that it can be easily transformed to any other countries as well and any other situations. But I maybe can point out some important things that you have to take care of before you
Mm-hmm.
start or before you decide to implement those kind of pilot tests. The important is to know the situation in the area or in the local community that you want to
Yeah.
implement it, that you have a wide range of network, of target groups network, so that you know
Mm-hmm.
for who are you for who you're preparing the workshops, and that you
Yeah.
have some network and connections with those target groups, and that you know their needs, so that you already know what they want. Also, the right timing is very important. So don't do
Yeah.
it in the COVID situation, and don't do it online. No, virtual
Mm.
workshops are nice, but these kind of workshops with the art
Mm.
or theater or photograph or painting or this kind of skills are physical. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot do it virtual the way that
Yeah.
you can do it physically. Then a very good preparation is needed. So you have to plan the things with all the involved parties. It's nice if you have personal contacts, that you have some meetings with them before, that you have all the connections with participant groups, and good promotion also
Mm.
very good. If the people don't know that something is going on, then they cannot participate, and
Of
if you
course. Yeah.
cannot show what you did, it's pointless to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And what we found out very important or good solution was also to involve well-known CCIs in the local community or
Yeah.
in the field. So we involved the painter or artist who is well-known also in Germany, but she's from Jesenice, and we were lucky because she was at home at that time, and she can help us with the mentoring those kids. But those kids that they are already working in the field, they knew who she is, and they were very happy that they have them there. Also, the older people said, "Where? How did you manage to get her? Because she's very nice. She's very good at what she did." Because she was famous from the field. So
Cool.
it's fine and nice to involve the CCIs that are already well known or that they are successful, so that they can also not give them the knowledge and the skills, they give them also the experience.